terms of developing the design, then of course one of the other things that we had to do was think a lot about how we're going to put a brand new building into Bloomsbury. Over here we have Bedford Square, so kind of the most beautiful Georgian square in the country. Foster's Great Court building is over here. All of the museum compound is Grade 1 listed, and so in a conservation area in Bloomsbury, very, very sensitive area to build, and therefore putting something very modern in there was always going to be quite challenging. And what we wanted to do was try and find an approach which could be very clearly modern and sit comfortably in the listed surroundings, but not try and mimic what's next door or look like a pastiche of a historic building. So what we started to do is look at the rhythms on the street and understand the rhythms of the King Edward building that set up this really strong vertical component of the colonnade, pick up the rhythm of that structural line and bring it into our building. We picked up on the coloration of the Portland stone that was used in the 1914 building by using the same stone but a different bed. So we use this roach stone, so it's full of these beautiful little turreted gastropods. So without modelling it or carving it the way John Burnett did in the 1914 building, we just hung them as simple panels, but the very nature of the stone kind of revealed themselves as being a natural object. And then the cast glass that forms the front elevation, that was picking up on the horizontal lines of the adjacent buildings. And we're also trying to make an intermediate scale between the large institutional building on the right here and the smaller, more domestic scale building on the left. And so we were trying to sit comfortably in this surrounding, pull ourselves away from Bedford Square because we knew that would be very sensitive, and also try and make a building that looked very new and very sharp and very crisp, very 20th century, without aping the adjacent buildings, but picking up on some of the clues, so that we always said it should look like a kind of a respectful younger brother, maybe, although maybe somewhat playful. And I think we did that very well, and I think it was quite a challenge for maybe English Heritage and Camden when we started talking about pieces of, frameless long glass and bits of stone that were just hanging in space, that they didn't fully understand how we might deliver that. But the conservation officers there were great, so we worked through a lot of those details and came up with something that we could be really proud of, and that we felt could sit comfortably in a listed environment.